with his midfielders if he needs to.
Out towards Chanatip on that right-hand side for Thailand. Tanawat to Sadat Chuyen. He wanted the ball. There was a bit of a gesture there, wasn't there, from Tonton? Never got.
Yeah, it's going to be down to Narubadin to control things down that right-hand side. Pretty much all on his own. His responsibility is to be that right back and the right winger at the same time. In the possession phase, he's got to get himself advanced, hugging the touchline. Because they don't have a natural right winger, and this is in the system that they play. They don't have a natural left winger as well. So Tiraton on the left-hand side, Narubadin on the right-hand side. But Tiraton's role is quite different to Narubadin's. Just see Saras taking out Tuan Ant. Quite a physical contest, especially in these midfield positions. Few strong challenges coming in early on.
Narubadin 3 assists already in this tournament. 4 of the 10 goals have come from their fullbacks. And from those areas anyway, in terms of leading up to goals, assists. They've been very good with the width. A free kick here.
Just looking to protect the ball, looking to shield it, and the moment he feels a bit of contact from Narubadin behind him, he feels that contact goes down. The referee's going to give a free kick in those situations. Just perhaps got sucked into it a little bit, Narubadin.
There he is, Narubadin. Only goal that Thailand have conceded thus far is against the Philippines. That was off a defensive error by Manuel Beer. Referee telling everyone to cut it out inside the box. Here's Konfong. Gone short, Quang Hai! Into that sea of blue in front of him. Still alive here for Vietnam. Haven't really seen them get this far forward yet in the match. And Tirason does his defensive duties. Now on the break here, look at that from Chanatip.
Vietnam have left themselves. Winman, he comes out quickly and it just rebounds off Chanatip, ends up in the back of the net. I mean, as you said, it's a comedy of errors there defensively has resulted in the opener for Thailand. And for all the quality that we spoke about from these two sides coming into this, we spoke about the quality as individuals, the quality as a team, and then you go on and get a goal like that.
Absolutely, you're the best defensive side. You haven't conceded, and the first time you do so is a little bit of a farcical one. But they don't care, and neither does he. The Thai skipper has given his country the lead here. What a fantastic counter-attack, but that pass from Tanawat as well. Had that goal not gone in, how angry would his teammates have been with it?
I think Kumano would have been jumping around on the touchline. He was jumping around celebrating, but you know, I thought that was a simple clearance for Hong Zui, number 7. To be fair, I mean, he was left all on his own to manage that counter-attacking situation.
But it was right at him as well.
It was right at him. Thailand, to their credit, how quickly they got themselves forward into advanced positions. This is not good, no. To see Supachop having to leave the pitch after that heavy knock to his knee, had such a bright start as well.
Roshan, we were watching off the ball, weren't we? The way he accelerated Chanatip.
Yeah, that's right.
Just racing down, and there was absolutely no one there in front of him.
I mean, the pass from Tanawat was, I was thinking, oh, such a waste, because there was a huge opportunity. It was a 3-1. And then, of course, Hong Zui goes on to miss.
Wow.
And then I think the goalkeeper's going to get it. Win Man. It's unfortunate for him. He just rebounds off Chanatip and ends up in goal.
Well, that will be looked at again and again, I'm sure, for all the various stages that led to that goal. What counts most, of course, and there looked to be a foul by Tiraton. Oh, and that they're asking for the card, aren't they? Antoine was furious.
Yeah, I think they're well within their rights to ask for the card here, you know. He's done really well. Vantuan, Tiraton's trying 1, 2, 3 times to take him down. Vantuan tries to get up and keep going, and he actually does. Take your pick there, referee.
Yeah, that's a lot.
and I'm surprised he's not been booked.
Well, we looked a bit 3 fouls from Tonton. Quang Hai floats that in. They want to get back into this as soon as possible, Vietnam. Quang Hai again. It's a delightful ball in. Oh, there is Manuel Beer. Before Quang Duc could wait for it to come down and take a shot.
Who was it who was saying it could be a KG contest?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, it was me. Absolute nonsense.
Roshan, this has got shades of that Malaysia-Indonesia game, hasn't it?
That's
That
right.
kind of atmosphere, the kind of football we're seeing, end-to-end stuff.
Wonderful tempo.
Flicked across the goal. Well, they looked vulnerable there, didn't they, Thailand? And the danger's not over yet. Cheryson's had more touches, I think, in the defensive third. And he has going forward. Well, what a ball that is to his strike partner, Supachok. A little bit too much on it. Vietnam come right back at Thailand. Quang Hai. He's come back onto this right-hand side, hasn't he?
Yeah, just for the moment. Let's move back into a position where we normally see him try and get onto his left-hand side from these areas. Lovely touch.
Control. Now, he's gone down right in front of the assistant, who didn't flinch at all, claiming there was a foul on him now. It's just going to add some spice to this. Now, the yellow card has been shown to Polking.
Well, Park Hang-seo, the entire bench, it's all happening here. Park Hang-seo has gone over there. He's trying to calm things down himself. He's apologizing to the Thai bench. He's just not high. Well, first time I think I've really seen a smile from Park Hang-seo. Okay, have a look at this one. The first one here, Quang Hai, looking to skip past Tonton. There's an arm out, happens right in front of the assistant there. He thinks, okay, nothing wrong with that. Supachok goes down. Have a look at this. Oh. Okay, I thought it connected with his face.
I think,
but still,
Polking took exception to, right?
Yeah,
it said something. Listen, we don't want to condone any of this, but it's just adding to the whole spiciness of the
really?
affair.
I don't mind it at all.
Oh, it's so cynical.
I'm enjoying it. I love it.
It is what we expected from Vietnam, Thailand. Perhaps more in the second leg than the first, but this has been a great 20 minutes or so on the clock. Quang Hai back on the left. Oh, he's up for it, isn't he, today? Quang Hai. Quang Hong Tui. Too much on that ball. Now, you can see Mana Polking, by the way, just off your shot here. Here he is. He's still clarifying about, I think, the yellow card, the foul, a few things that might be on his mind.
Yeah, I think he's looking to put a bit of pressure on the officials as well. He's trying to say, look, you said I stepped out of my technical area. Look at the Vietnamese. Have a look at them as well. I love it, when coaches get involved.
He charged into it. He charged from one technical area to the other.
What I love about this is we're seeing it from Polking.
Interesting, in his final training session today, he did things a little bit differently. Talk about that in a minute here. Chapchai quick to the ball. The whole team gathered around the coach and his staff as they were analysing the style of play that they're going to use today. And they watched some analysis. But he addressed the team a little bit differently as they come forward with Kong Fo. So normally he only spends a few minutes at the end, but today he spent a lot more time with them. This was something that was noticed by the Vietnamese media who were in attendance. And I think, Roshan, the difference is this is a tournament they're expected to win, unlike the World Cup qualifiers where they know they go in as the overwhelming underdog. Here, the overwhelming favourite. It's a very different mindset, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. Certainly is a very different mindset. And even their setup in this competition, and compare that to their setup in the World Cup qualifiers, very different as well.
Here's Pitiwat. I'll come back to that mindset thing in a minute because Park Hang-seo has talked about it a fair bit, about how he needed to spend a bit of time psychologically. Here come Thailand. Lovely return ball! What a goal that is! Fantastic for Chanatip! But it was the build-up as well, that was so impressive.
Oh, wonderful goal from Thailand. What a goal! They dominate the center of the pitch. In that situation, Chanatip, have a look at his movement and how he pulls Ngok Hai out of position. Just playing on the tip of that midfield diamond for Thailand. He just pulls out, draws Ngok Hai along with him. And Tirasin as well. I mean, the position that he takes up for that give and go. Both of those central defenders, those Vietnamese central defenders, get drawn out with them. And then Sarach just makes sure he's on hand to provide that supporting pass, that assist into Chanatip. That's a fine finish. Now that properly reflects the quality that we were talking about.
For both the goals.
Yeah, one on a counter attack, and here in the build-up, in the possession phase where they've just passed the ball around. I can't get over that goal. It's just brilliant the way they just zipped it along. They were patient until that right opportunity came along where Chanatip just peeled off that forward line, dropped in a little bit deeper, dragged Ngok Hai along with him. And Tirasin's position as well. He took Tan Chung along with him, so that left that space in behind for a quick give and go.
Well, I'm sure we'll have more replays of that goal later on, and Roshan will take us through that to illustrate further what he's saying.
Yeah, it really is one of those goals where I wish we had like a studio with an analysis board here, and I could do these little drawings with the lovely arrows. I know there are people out there who absolutely hate that, but
what people aren't seeing is Roshan was highlighting it to me on the screen with his fingers and almost moving it around. Tiraton, by the way, there is a confirmation of the yellow card. I think we perhaps didn't see that earlier, but that was for that earlier offence, which is the right call.
Yeah, you just have a look here as well. Supachok, you know, he started up front with Tirasin, but he moves out onto this left-hand side, and Chanatip, as I said, playing on the top of that midfield diamond. Because he's given that freedom to roam around, it's very difficult for that Vietnam defence to pick him up. And here we see Tiraton moving into a central position once again.
Just lost his footing there, Tirasin making that run. I think he would have made it there anyway. But this is certainly unsettled Vietnam, and this is something they're not used to at this level. He's being behind, conceding goals, certainly not in this tournament. When we look at how they were in the last edition, they didn't concede in the group stages as well in 2018, scored 8. Foul there on Tiraton by Van Tan. They started to concede goals in the semi-finals and finals in the last edition, and they're certainly doing it here as well again. And Russian, you know, you cast your mind back to 2018. Thailand didn't bring their strongest team, did they? They rested. They didn't bring the likes of Chanatip and Tiraton, Kawin. Well, now
take us through this. I mean, the first pass from Kritsada here is wonderful. A centre back with the capacity and the vision to play that sort of pass, that line-breaking pass that pretty much gets it past that Vietnamese midfield. And then Chanatip dropping off, the timing of the run to meet that, and then the timing of the link-up between himself and Tirasin. The movement was just wonderful.
Tonton with the corner. No danger yet. There's Kritsada being chased down. They asked for handball, none given. Van Tan. That's just a bit too much on that ball for Van Tuan.
That's really, really well defended by Sarat.
Overhit across easy for Kritsada. Look who it is. Chanate. Tonton is fouling him. Yeah, Ross, just that point I was making was I think they realised the mistake of not bringing their strongest squad. They lost out in the semi-finals, of course, Thailand. And they want to get back to the top of the tree, don't they? At least in this region.
Yeah, they certainly do. And, you know, you can see what a big difference it makes to their squad when the likes of Chanatip are available. And Tonton comes in and plays for them. And one of the difficulties for Mano Polking was that player. I think it's always easy from the outside to say these things, you know. Corner for Vietnam here. Another point I wanted to make about Mano Polking coming in as a new coach. When you come in to these competitions, you can see a replay of this here. You can see it comes off Narubadin, goes out for a corner. You know that if you end up winning the Suzuki Cup, you get given a lot of time and you become an instant hero.
It's true.
And in coaching, you win things, you get given time, and that is crucial for you.
Tonton with the corner. Chachai went down quite dramatically there. He made a very clear statement, didn't he, Roshan, when he got appointed? I am bringing the trophy back home. As we see Chachai there. He made no bones about it. He wasn't even going to say, let's hope we can do it, we'll try our best. He made a very bold, clear statement.
Yeah,
we're taking this home.
It's refreshing to hear. You know, normally coaches, they tend to play safe. Yeah, okay, we'll see what we can do. We'll see how the boys do in these competitions. And again, wonderful. It's just a shame that Chanatip couldn't take that under control, but it was a really good goal kick out. Just the positioning that they have, the setup that they have in possession here, Thailand.
Look at that. Look at that from the skipper of Thailand to win the ball back. Absolutely brilliant. It is back with the Vietnamese now, but he has been spectacular this evening. Vietnam have about 15 minutes or so in this first half with some added time to try get back into this. Kritsada with the foul. There's lots of discussion going on, by the way. Yeah, there you go.
Clear one, isn't it? I mean, Kritsada.
There's lots and lots of chat going on. There we go. These guys having a big chat. Park Hang-seo and his team. I wonder if he's going to do something dramatic. Quang Hai standing over the ball with Kong Fong.
Yeah, you can't believe the amount of respect I have for coaches in these situations, in the dugout, leading these top international teams, the Southeast Asian level, what they're thinking, what the thought process is like, you know. It was given for that, yellow card for him. Wonderful technique.
Yellow card for Narubadin. Here's Sarachuyan. Back to Kritsada.
There's a lot of work for Vietnam's midfield three at the moment to do now, because of how well Thailand are moving. And again, another mistake here.
Given away to Chanatip. Tilson trying to turn there. Loses the ball, but it's back with Thailand. Super chop, too much on that pass.
Almost seems like Vietnam, they just need a bit of a reset. They've lost control of the game. They're far too open in midfield at times that when they set up off the ball, it's almost like a 5-3-2. And what Thailand have got, as I said, is that diamond in midfield, so that back four stretches across the pitch, creating that width. That stretches out the front two of Vietnam, and that in turn stretches out that midfield three in behind them, because someone has got to step out from that midfield three to go. He's shaking his head there. But one of that midfield three has got to step out when the ball goes out into those wider positions. And then Tuan An is being left alone, isolated in the middle at times. And that's where Chanatip is getting a little bit of joy from. He's dropping off that Vietnamese defensive line into those midfield areas, and he's able to pick it up in those spaces behind Vietnam's midfield.
Here's Tonton. Looked to be a foul on him as well from Quang Hai, who now goes into the book. These cards are racking up, aren't they?
Yeah, they're allowing that frustration to creep into their game, Vietnam. As I said, they need and Park Hang-seo's on the touchline now. You can see it's a late challenge from Quang Hai. Park Hang-seo is on the touchline now, telling his players to calm down, relax. You know, it's so important that these players also remember that there's a long way to go. There's another game.
Yeah.
You know, don't get yourself sent off. Don't get yourself suspended unnecessarily, because even though Thailand have scored these 2 goals through that man right there, Chanatip, who has been excellent in this competition. The first one here, defensive error from Hong Zui, and then they get a bit fortunate, but it's a credit to them they were able to get bodies forward very quickly, Thailand, on that counter-attack. But the second one is just brilliant, just pure brilliance. Even the finish is a composed finish. He doesn't smash it into the back of the net, he side foots it past the goalkeeper. A list of top scorers at Tirasin still leading the way. Chance to add a few more. Chanatip on that list now with his 2 goals.
We've got Irfan Jaya and Iksan Fundi on 3, still alive in this competition as well, vying for that top scorer award.
You see that space now? You just take your eye off the ball here. Look at that center circle in that midfield. There's a bit of a gap there, and that's where
First quarter effectively. Tonton. Looking again for Tirasin. There's Quang. Sarach, look at the space here on the left hand.
up with him and then pushes the ball away, gets caught almost as if players get punished for staying on their feet at times, and then you wonder why they go down.
Chachai. So Vietnam with 4 attempts so far, Thailand with 3, they've scored 2 of them. Ikuti, super chop, doing something a little clever. And look at where Chachai is. Oh, there, Chachai pulling down Van Tuan. He goes into the book, he felt he had no other choice. Now there's a yellow card for Van Tan, who's been on a short fuse.
Listen, I don't know what Chachai. Oh, yeah, save it. Which one he wants to pull him up for.
So Chachai goes into the book. Van Tan joins him. Quang Hai to take this. Looks like Kritsada got a touch on it. Should be a corner.
Yeah, again, another good delivery from Kwang Hai. He really is one of those players who needs to be moving on and playing in a higher level league.
Has been mentioned, hasn't he, quite a bit. He's potentially going away. This man has had stints with Kong Kwong. Oh, that beer took that away, didn't he, from his goalkeeper?
Listen, he's ready now, and he's been ready for, I think, a couple of years, Kwang Hai. I love to see him being given a go in somewhere like J1, for example.
Probably going to have a quick word with Chanatip later.
Yeah, can you put in a word
for me? And talking of which, of course, Roshan, the news came out last week that Tonton, who served with distinction in the J-League and won the J-League title with Yokohama F Marinos,
that's right,
is returning to Thailand to play with Buriram. Only Thai player to have won the J1 title. That is a fantastic achievement. And he was first choice there, by the way. Flag stays down. Van Tan. Oh, he just hesitated, didn't he? Away by Kritsada. Sandwich there, wasn't he, Tirasin? Here's Supachok.
Supachok, another player who I think is ready to be tested elsewhere. Wonderful challenge by Tonton, that one. Great recovery. Van Tan is hesitating a little bit with that cross and give Tonton the opportunity to track back. Wonderful work by Hwangduk. Strong run from the midfielder.
Still going. Here comes up here. And they're a bit exposed here. Oh, lovely. Almost a pirouette there from Chanatip. Away by Beer. Here's Tirasin, looking up. He's got Supachok in front of him. That's nicely done by Duiman.